We have a pelt from a muskrat we caught this morning. It's still a little bit damp. If I was going to sell it to a fur buyer, one of my options is to freeze it. I'd wrap it in newspaper, and that newspaper would absorb this little bit of moisture off of the fur. When I take it out and thaw it, it'll be totally dry and in good order to sell to the fur buyer. It'll look nice. When you're fleshing and stretching animals, you don't want moisture on the pelts. When you turn them inside out and put them on the stretcher, that can cause some problems with spoilage. So you want your pelts completely dry when you're going to be fleshing and stretching them. There's not much to it. Well worth your time. Some of the areas that we're going to hit, we're going to knock off these chunks of, actually those are glands up here. We're going to hit below the front legs, a little pocket of fat in there. Get off some of these bigger chunks of fat on either side, and we'll be finished. It doesn't take long at all. You can use a fleshing tool, or you can just use a dull knife or a dull spoon. Pull it tight. You don't have to push very hard. Come up underneath that front leg. Clean out that pocket of fat so it doesn't spoil. Knock off these chunks. The other area to pay attention to is right where you made your cuts. Get off any chunks of fat or flesh that are left on the pelt. Come along. Clean up that edge. This is the spot we want to get, up near the head, neck region. Bring that down. We want to come up underneath the front leg hole. Clear out that pocket of fat right there. Knock off the big chunks. On the way down. Turn it and pick up any big chunks along the back. I'm going to put him on a stretcher. I left some tail tabs on here, just a little piece of skin from the tail. I'm going to go ahead and put a little cut through that so my hook on my stretcher can attach to that. Do the same thing on the other side. Want it centered on the stretcher, squeeze it so he'll fit over. Get the leg holes so they're matched, symmetrical. In other words, on either side there. Bring your hooks around, hook them in the holes you made in the tail tabs. You don't want to overstretch them, just keep them nice and taut on there. We have one chunk that we missed that we want to take off. Won't take much at all to do that. That's a good looking muskrat pelt.